welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, to Game 1. 2K Sports presents the playoffs of the NBA. With Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan, and we're joined by our reporter David Aldridge on the sidelines. We've got the Charlotte Hornets and the Miami Heat. Taking a look at Miami. A 3-game series, and they've definitely got the advantage with 2 games here at home. The question is, can they capitalize?
Kevin, I think it's so important to get off to a good start. You just can't assume because you have the home court advantage you're going to win the series. You still have to play solid basketball.
And so the Charlotte Hornets get the first points of the ball game. Pass the ball. Here's Kamare. Randall left side. 5 on the clock. And Randall throws it down.
Not enough defense there. Allowing Randall to get that close is a recipe for disaster.
Bane with the bucket. Look at the Heat. They've made an impressive run through the first 2 rounds.
That's for sure. But now, though, things really ramp up. There are no easy games the rest of the way. From the coaches to the players to the trainers, I mean, everybody has to be functioning at a high level. And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
Pass to Wembanyama. And Okongwu gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Here's Butler. Hornets with the rebound. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Eric Spoelstra gave me a few minutes to catch up. Desmond Bane was the topic, and Coach was effusive with his praise. He said Bane is a great catch-and-shoot guy, but he'll find ways to contribute no matter what. He also said Bane is hard to game plan for, but they'll do their best not to let him get in rhythm. They will have their hands full tonight, guys.
Thank you, David. And that's an intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Here's Okongwu. And Okongwu slams it in.
For a center, he's maybe undersized, but his ability to get in the air to make a play balances that out.
Now, here's Butler. From the low block. Wembanyama gets the bucket.
And few defenders to ever play in this league have the ability to slow Wembanyama inside.
Here's Holmgren. Lays it up off the glass.
Well, you can't start the game much better than this. 4 of 5 from the field.
Pass to Kamare. Randall outside. To the middle. Wembanyama with the bucket. Wembanyama's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And this is what you want to see. Wembanyama attacking with authority inside.
The shot by Okongwu, no good.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Back to Wembanyama. To the paint. Shot clock at 6. Randall right side. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Randall's got 6.
And the evolution of Randall's jumper, it has been fun to watch. He's continuing to make it more
Now here's Holmgren. To the wing on the left. Over to the wing. Outside Williams. Pass to Bain. Back to Williams. Fires for three. Here's Holmgren. Chalk up two there.
I mean, length and skill. And Holmgren has a lot of both.
To the inside. Here's Ball. And Ball slams it in.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that time. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
Probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Here's Wembanyama. It's rebounded by Fultz.
Well, the defense just dared him to take that one. Poor execution on their part, but they got lucky.
You want a high percentage take offensively, get it to Holmgren in that spot.
Now, here's Ball. Pass to Jerome. Outside, Ball. Over Fultz. And that one comes up a bit short. Here's Williams. And it's Williams finishing it off.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. And a wide open look for Wembanyama. And again, it's the Heat missing. Here's Okongwu. Can't connect from short range. Smith on the wing. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Markelle Fultz. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. Second team foul. Now in the game.
9 seconds left to play in the first quarter.
Andre Drummond.
Ball feeling it out a bit. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Hornets.
The Hornets. 15.
Welcome back to playoff basketball on 2K Sports. This is the Eastern Conference Final. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Charlotte.
Well, the way they've been attacking inside is phenomenal. Consistently getting high percentage looks, and that's what great offenses are all about.
And another thing Coach will be thrilled with, the assist numbers, spreading the wealth and creating some offensive opportunities.
Yeah, the defense does their job, but the fact of the matter is, Butler likes having to fight them for it.
Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
And stolen by Drummond. And here we go. It's Butler. Here's George. Good, and Butler gets the assist. George has got the lead up to 3 now for the Heat. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Heat.
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
And also, given the game is more fast-paced nowadays, I like the way they've capitalized in transition, keeping their foot on the gas.
Johnson can't get it to go. Pulls it up. Again, the Heat good for 2.
Boy, have they gotten hot here in the second quarter. No wonder they're in front.
Pass to Hartenstein. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. And here's Smith. And Vucevic pulls it down. Here's Johnson. Buries it down low.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
And the confidence from Butler on display. Doesn't hesitate for a second and just sinks that shot with ease.
Now, here's Maxey. Scoreless thus far. Spins. 4 on the shot clock. And the dunk by Hartenstein.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, but also credit the offense there. That's making a play when you really need it, and they need more of those.
Butler. The second chance effort. Knocked away. It's stolen by Hartenstein. Maxey with it. Now guarded by Simmons. Lets the 3 fly. And that one's good. Maxey.
And one of the many ways Maxey can hurt you with his shooting, lightning fast on that release.
Butler on the way. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Outside for George. Screen by Smith. That's tipped. Outside, Maxey. Down low. Back to Hartenstein. That ties it up. Hartenstein's got 4 points in the quarter.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Outside Butler. In the corner, Drummond with it. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Well, if Drummond's going to score, the paint is where it's going to happen.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tyrese Maxey. That's his first foul.
And sometimes you think maybe they're just getting a little too comfortable with the lead, maybe a bit too casual this quarter.
Now here's Randall. He has 6. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And the physicality of Randall's game, impressive. It's what earns him those calls.
He's perfect from the line this time.
And among NBA bigs, he is known for his ability to deliver at the free throw line.
Pass to Vukcevic. On the wing, Johnson. Hartenstein with it. Plenty of space. And Charlotte again with the bucket.
And likes the view from there. He's a strong mid-range shooter.
Yeah, and once you see that advantage from the sideline, you just want to yell at him to shoot the ball.
Randall no good.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Bryant left side. George looking around. To the wing right side. Ball with a wide open look. Hits it from 3-point range. Ball's got 5 points so far.
And no doubt the release point is a bit unorthodox in terms of Ball's shooting technique, but man, can he slingshot it home from deep.
They get it again. Here's Hartenstein. Misses the layup. He had him with that bump fake. No good that time. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Heat lead by 5. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter. And we're ready to get back into the action here in Game 1. Let's see what this quarter has in store for us. Here's Fultz. Pass to Holmgren. And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That is his first foul of the game. And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Here's Fultz. Inside. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Yeah, his instincts are on display here. Fultz, a really good passer, excels at setting up teammates for easy looks.
Pass the ball. Back to Randall. Outside for Wembanyama. That's in, coming off an assist from Randall. 7 points for Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooting.
Here's Yurtseven. Rebound by the Heat. To the inside. Wembanyama. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Wembanyama's got the lead up to 8 now for the Heat. And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
And here's Fultz. Down low. And Okongwu slams it in.
Oh, reversed it home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display. Pass to Kamare. Wembanyama left side. Here's Kamare. Now Wembanyama. And stolen by Okongwu. Now here's Bane. Knocked loose. Stolen by Ball. To the middle. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
How about the strength on display there by Ball? Not the biggest guy out there, but he wills these shots in despite the physical contact.
Free throw off from Ball. To the paint. And the dunk by Holmgren.
And that lead pass allowed him to get straight to the rim, unabated in stride.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Wembanyama outside. In the corner, Smith with it. Three-pointer. Okongwu grabs the board.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Okongwu a screen. Inside. That one misses. Smith with the defensive effort. Here's Butler. Pass to Wembanyama. Good, and Butler gets the assist. Wembanyama's got 7 points for the quarter.
His strong shooting has really helped them secure this lead.
Williams with the ball. Back to Okongwu. The 17-footer goes down. Okongwu's now got 6.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
Out to Smith. The three. Trains the three-pointer. 5 points in the game.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
Here's Fultz. Holmgren. That's it. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Down low. Pass to Wembanyama. Got it. Good job in the low post. Wembanyama's got the lead back up to 9 now for Miami. .157 left in the third quarter. And it's Okongwu slamming it down.
And I got to say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still a magnificent move to the rim. The finish. And Okongwu slams it in.
And Fultz is a solid distributor, good at finding ways to get his guys involved.
Here's Ball. The Hornets pull it in.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
For the finish. And it's Smith finishing it off.
And it was Wembanyama who got it rolling after definitely getting a hold of the ball there.
Offensive rebound. Okongwu. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys.
Substitution on the court.
On defense, the Heat. Podziemski with it. Still without a basket. Clock at 4. Here's Vucevic. No one near him. Charlotte no good that time either.
Well, you couldn't ask for a better look. That's one he's got to knock down.
And the call will be against Julius Randle. That's foul number 2 for him.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
Johnson outside. Tries the spin move. Back to Maxey. For the 3. Andre Drummond grabs the miss. Miami leading by 7. Here's Randle. Driving inside. And he gets the bucket. Randle's got 10 points in the game.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
And it's sent back by Drummond. Here's Simmons. And no luck with that. Time on the buzzer beater. And so it's Miami in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter.
The Hornets, 40.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And it's the Heat with the ball. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. Outside, George. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Pass to Maxey. Takes it off the glass. Maxey's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for Charlotte. And so Simmons will bring it up for the Miami Heat. In the corner, George with it. And it's George finishing it off.
And holding nothing back there. George gives the dunk his all.
Johnson inside. Good D by Drummond.
And we talk about the importance of protecting the rim. Right there, outstanding defense.
And that's where Simmons wants to operate as a scorer. Foul line down.
Here's Maxey. After Ben Simmons' bucket. Pass to Yurtsevin. And it's sent back by Drummond. Deflects the pass. And taken away by Johnson. No one near Maxey as he lets it fly. Charlotte again missing. That's a 2 from Randle. Johnson with the rebound. Hornets trail by 11. To the middle. Here's Yurtsevin. And he converts the layup.
And coming down the stretch here, both teams still on fire.
Yeah, in hopes that your opponent is just going to go cold. That's not going to happen, it doesn't look like in this one. This might go down to whoever has the last possession.
And George gets it to go.
A good ball handler with an advanced offensive repertoire. George is more than comfortable in the pick and roll.
And Ben Simmons picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. The Heat making a switch here. Pass to Pajemski. He gets that one.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
Outside for Simmons. Heat moving the ball around. Now Kuzma. Back to George. Just 5 on the clock. And he hammers that one right down into the face of Jalen Johnson.
And putting his explosive athleticism on full display there. George is capable of some highlight reel dunks. Now that's what I call a momentum changer.
Yeah, when you've got a point guard, that kind of spring, no lead is safe.
Yeah, he saw the opportunity to finish with some authority, trying to fire his guys up.
Here's Simmons. Outside, George. Screen by Simmons. And it's George missing. Hornets trail by 9. Here's Bane. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for 3. Kyle Kuzma picks one up.
Well, I'll tell you what, you never want to foul Bane in the act. He is automatic at the line.
And the Heat with some changes. And he makes all 3.
Yeah, great effort tonight, and he's been rewarded with trips to the line.
Butler deciding where to go with it. The kick out to Ball. Randle outside. Pass to Butler. The Heat need to get a shot off. Shoots. Randle no good. Hornets trail by 6. Holmgren with it. Shoots over Ball. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
Unflappable. I mean, no moment is too big for Holmgren. They needed that basket.
Now Butler. And it's Desmond Bane with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul. Substitution for the away team. Number 20, Markel Fultz.
Here's Ball. Clock at 6. Takes the 3. And the 3 ball is good. And the Heat lead by 7.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
What I like about Holmgren, he's a lot more physical than his frame would indicate.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Heat.
Well, the defense hasn't done nearly a good enough job of getting back in transition, and they've taken advantage, racking up fast break points against them.
And they've also not only created turnovers tonight, but converted on them. All game long, that strategy has been paying off.
Here's Okongwu. Randle grabs the board. The Heat leading by 5. Outside for Wembanyama. No good on the 3.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. And Miami has possession. To the basket by Charlotte. No one near Randle as he lets it go. Good!
And how about Randle coming up clutch? Wow, this guy has ice in his veins.
There's 42 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Outside, George. Back to ball. Pass to Wembanyama. From outside, off the mark.
They've got to take the first good shot they can find.
Yeah, and it basically all comes down to this. If they come away empty here, this one's pretty much over.
And an intentional foul right there. Good on the first, and that shrinks the margin to just 4. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one.
That one miss was huge. He had a chance to turn this into a one-possession game.
And here's Miami. They've held a 12-point lead early. And they go to the intentional foul.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back. A generational talent. For Wembanyama, the sky is the limit and the reality.
This one for 3. Shot by Pajemski, no good. And here is Butler. And so it's Miami winning this one. And you got to feel good about getting each and every game here in the postseason.
You know, Kevin, each game is just so significant and magnified. This has got to feel really good.
And so this one is in the books. We hope you've enjoyed this.